So we find ourselves in the, we'll say office in the Troll District of a man by the name of Dreza Peer, who has just said that he would like for you three to steal something for him because he heard about you stealing a book from Unseen University's library. How are we feeling about that?
Horrible.
Ella is psyched.
Dashner could not be probably less excited about the prospect of stealing another thing. He's not.
Asher is just excited for this opportunity.
He's excited for the opportunity.
Yeah, Ella, she says, now, while I will still neither confirm nor deny any book stealing, she kind of like stands up straight and kind of like flips her coat a little bit. She's like, I am a professional rogue and thief and am currently taking on contracts. But I'll have you know my rates are not easily met.
How about we consider this a trial run? And if I like the work you do on this one, I will pay you for the next one. Call it a job interview, if you will.
So what do we get for this one?
You'll get paid for the next job.
Well, this sounds jank.
Yeah, how are we to know that you won't just get what you want from us and then disappear? We need something to...
Yeah, collateral.
Yeah.
Jezza stands up from his desk and sort of leans on it in front of you two and says, I will pay you with some information then. How about that?
I can't sell in... Well, I guess I can.
I mean, he just did it to us.
Just to give you a brief idea of how Ankh-Morpork is run, there is a patrician, is the name of the guy who's basically in charge of the city. In our case, the patrician is Lord Havelock Vetinari.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah, awesome name, right? The way that you become patrician, is by killing the current patrician and then convincing everyone that you are the best choice. As a result, there have been a lot of deaths in Ankh-Morpork, particularly in the patrician. And the key to being patrician is basically trying to be as liked as possible so that way people don't want you to die and protect you. Vetinari
what a horrible system.
This is horrible, yeah.
Vetinari has been a patrician for a while. He's had a few attempts on his life, and the rumor is that those attempts were actually by Vetinari himself. There have been stories of people trying to make attempts on his life, but not actually making it all the way. And Dreza looks at you and says, I have dreams of being patrician of this city. And in order to make that a reality, I need the help of a select few who can agree to be discreet, so that way I can make it so far as to enact my plan. That being said, I believe you three can make, we'll say, excellent additions to this team.
This is a pretty big deal you're dealing with here. We're...
Children.
We're kids, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm aware of the fact that you are children, and I believe that there are any number of people who might say that you're incapable of doing this job because of the fact that you're children. But you've already demonstrated yourself as fairly capable thieves, and I unfortunately cannot go through the normal route of hiring the Thieves Guild, as they are loyal to the patrician. So I figure, what the heck, we'll give you guys a chance.
Um, how dangerous is this job?
It's going to be dangerous.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Silly
thinking.
question.
It for any number of people, this would be an exceptionally dangerous job, but for you three, I don't think it will be.
We'll do it.
My life's
What's
been.
the mark?
Yeah, I'll do it. Screw it. Why not?
Asher, what are you thinking? You haven't chimed in yet.
I'm curious what the job is that he would trust children to it.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So you keep
I keep pretty silent. Yeah.
keep pretty silent here. Okay, perfect. Dreza claps his hands together at this what's the job, and says, "Excellent, follow me," and takes you a little bit deeper into his office. And there's another room that you guys walk into, and there's, instead of 3 tables here, there's 1 large table. There are bookcases and just shelves to hold any number of things. And currently there is a blueprint sitting out. On the top of the blueprint, it says Holfo Manor, which probably doesn't mean anything to Ella or Asher, but for Dashner, the Holfos are some of the richest people in the city. You actually have been to their house on a number of occasions. I wouldn't say it's a frequent thing, but it's not uncommon. And
Gotcha.
so these are people that you know. Jezza shows you guys the blueprint and says, "The Holfos have a item that I desire. It is a let's say it's a gem. We'll just say it's a gem. Easy, nothing to it. But the gem is said to be imbued with certain powers that I believe would be immensely helpful in my endeavor.
What powers?
Some say it helps you communicate across great distances. Others say that you can actually cause certain individuals to teleport.
So you don't know. Got it.
We're not 100% sure. It's mostly rumors at this point. High stakes enough that if you get caught, we know we don't want to use you anymore, and low stakes enough that if we don't get this, we're not out a whole lot, basically.
This is pretty high stakes.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, that you don't want to give us whatever until we prove ourselves, but I don't know if it's worth it for us to put ourselves in this level of danger here without some sort of gain involved.
Tell you what, we'll consider this a job interview still, and I'll let you pick one thing out of my treasury. How about that?
Treasury?
Deal.
Yeah, my treasury. It's filled with basically everything I consider
Treasure?
valuable in this world.
Okay. That's better than what we were working with before.
Yep. I agree.
Perfect. He then sets about showing you the house blueprints. It's actually, the house is fairly similar to Dashner's house. There's not an immense number of differences in terms of like just basic layout. There's the front door, which gives way to the master staircase. To the left and the right of the front door are both of the living rooms. Off of the right living room is the dining room. Off of the left living room is the ballroom. There is the kitchen on the back half of the house, which also leads to a basement. He tells you about the study, which is upstairs, and in the study there is a secret a door behind a bookcase, which he says behind this bookcase is where you'll find his safe, and in that safe is where you'll find the gem.
Man, that's a lot of steps.
Again, I didn't say this would be easy.
That's a fair point.
But for a skilled sleuth like myself,
Can you break
we
into
shouldn't have any problems.
Can you break into safes?
No problem. Done it 100 times.
Okay.
Excellent.
Concerning, but not gonna doubt
being
it.
super honest about
Yeah.
that.
Done it 100 times.
That's concerning, but all right.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm down.
Excellent work. Capgris has been actually unusually quiet this whole time, and finally speaks up to you three and says, I don't know what y'all are thinking, but I have never been so fucking stoked to do anything in my entire life. This whole time, I don't know. Yeah, because I mean, Dreza can't see the demon. How is it interacting with someone and having this demon kind of over your shoulder?
I think for a while, at least during this interaction, Ella kind of forgot about him.
Yeah, same.
All right.
Speaking
And
of people,
Asher.
yeah.
Asher's kept like his
gonna
presence kind of in his memory because Capgris was inside of him for a while.
Yeah.
And so like he just kind of is always aware of him, but he kind of like just treats it as if there is another person just standing there.
Okay. Perfect. So you guys leave Dreza's office.
Where was that we just were?
So it was in. Yeah, like what do you mean? So we're in the Troll District, which is a few blocks north of the Rangers Guild, which
Like
is
a secret, like hidden base thing?
Yeah,
of
I think
sorts.
so.
You guys can't really seem to figure out what the building ultimately was. Like you can definitely find it again. You know the alley where the kind of hidden door is.
So like a criminal organization syndicate secret place.
But it's not like, you can go in the front and there's a bakery, or like you go in the front
Sure.
and there's an office of some sorts. Like you can't really figure out. It's just sort of hidden away in this weird way. So yeah. Yeah. Perfect. So you guys leave. Are there any other questions you have for Dreza?
Do you know if they're going to be home by any chance? I know that's kind of part of our job. Do you have any other additional information about the job or anything?
Couldn't tell you.
Right.
They're I mean, they're probably home as best I can tell they are. They're probably home. I would just say I need the gem by let's say 2 days.
Got it.
So what's your platform, huh? You want to be patrician, huh? What's your platform?
And he kind of chuckles and he says, I believe that the current patrician Vetinari is, well, really a man of pure evil and should be replaced by a man of just the normal amount of evil.
That's quite an accusation there.
I wouldn't be plotting to murder someone if I didn't think so.
Well, that's reassuring.
And he starts to kind of usher you guys out the door, and he says, I'm very excited to be working with you guys, and I would like to think that you think of me as your future.
Sounds great.
Yeah, he nods his head. He feels good about that. Like he feels like he made a real good like political thing right there. And then lets you guys out the door, shuts behind you guys, and you guys are left in the Troll District. Capgris is in love with Dreza. He is like he cannot stop raving about how cool Trezza is. He's like, oh my god, that guy. Did you see his suit? You saw his suit, right? His suit was badass.
What is it with you in suits?
They're just cool.
All right.
Like all cool people wear suits. It's a thing.
I think it's impractical.
Okay, Spike.
Hey, I've always heard that the Troll District has really great shawarma. You guys want to get some shawarma?
Yeah, let's do it.
What's shawarma?
It's like a delicious kind of Mediterranean meat pita dish.
What's Mediterranean?
It tastes really good.
Good enough for me. All right, so you guys go off and get some shawarma. So what is the plan here then for? I guess like the shawarma is probably a good place to go over what your guys' plan is here.
Plot of break-in.
Yeah. How do we? What's our plan? How do we break into this house?
Would the fact that it's laid out like Dashner's house really give any sort of like useful insight as to like where a good place to like try and sneak in the house might be or anything like that? Like,
so you know that going through like the servants' quarters is usually a good option if you're trying to sneak in the house, especially as kids. People don't tend to pay you much mind, and the servants don't care that much about their employers to, you know, like you guys aren't concerning enough to them to be like, yeah, this is going to be a problem. So servants' quarters are usually good places to get into. You don't know what their plans are, like as in terms of party planning or anything like that, but you could probably talk to your parents and find out some information that way. And
assuming they're home.
Right. That's part of the issue. Find out some information that way. You also know roughly where you assume that the safe is probably in about the same place that your dad's safe is. So opening the bookcase shouldn't be much of an issue. They didn't know how the bookcase slid open, but you feel like you have a pretty good idea given the fact that your dad has basically the same safe.
Gotcha. Okay.
Hey, Dash, you're a rich guy. Your family's got a bunch of expensive stuff. You're a rich boy.
Yeah.
Do you know
Yeah.
these? You know these folks?
I mean, I've been to their house like 3 or 4 times, just like with my parents and stuff. But I'm not like, I feel like I wouldn't just be able to like walk in their front door and be like, "Hey, I brought some of my friends to your house, even though I've only met you like 4 times. Please let us in."
Yeah, you wouldn't want to do that, but
Yeah,
I've
like
got an idea.
It would be pretty rough if I just walked in with 2 other people. Well, 3 maybe.
This is what you're gonna do. Ready?
Yep.
You alone will go to the front door and you'll be crying and freaking out, and you'll say, "Hey, Hulfos, there's somebody came and broke into my parents' house, and there's trouble everywhere. You have to come help."
Listen, I really don't want to break more expensive things in my parents' home. We saw how.
No, you don't have to break it. You just have to get them to leave the house.
I'll break it.
Please don't.
And then when they leave, we'll do the deed.
That's great and all, but like, there wasn't a break-in. It's gonna be hard to like.
No, because all we'll need is the time for them to travel to the house, which will take a little bit, and then we'll be done before they get back.
Question: are they like? How far away are they from my house? Like, would it be enough time, or are they like 4 doors down or something?
They're probably like 2 blocks away. So it's
Okay.
not, it wouldn't give you an immense amount of time, but it wouldn't, it wouldn't be like no time at all.
Okay.
Say that you need them to stay and make sure no one else comes, and you are the only people I thought to get because you're so rich and powerful and handsome.
Well, that's maybe not the right things to say, but
It would have worked on your dad.
well, my dad's not a great dad. Let's be honest. He's a kind of dense, but
Well, these people are rich too, so they probably suck also.
that's pretty bold. But I mean, yeah, they're not necessarily the brightest either. It's probably what my parents like hanging out with them sometimes, but I'll think of some lie. Yeah, that could probably work.
Because if you get him out of the house and say that you need to stay there because you're so scared to go back home, and then we'll get in and do what we need to do.
All right. That sounds like it'll work.
Capgris is sitting there, and he's like, I feel like this is a good plan. This is a real good plan.
Capgris,
What's up?
can't you like impersonate people and stuff like that and like look like people?
Sort of.
Could you possibly?
That's really simplifying my
I know
skill set, but
I'm
you
aware.
know.
Could you like look like an armed robber or something?
Yeah, I think I got that in my repertoire.
Cool. If I get them to go back to the house, and if there was actually someone there, that would definitely hold them off for more than enough time to like actually break in and get the jewel.
Yeah, you just have to distract them.
You're pretty good at
Keep
that.
them occupied.
Yeah, I think I can keep a couple rich people distracted.
That shouldn't be too bad. Yeah.
And then when we're done, we'll give you the signal.
Yeah, you're like bound to us, right? Can't we just like think
Yeah.
about you or something, and then you'll know?
Not entirely how it works, but I mean, I can just distract them until you guys come back.
Yeah, that'll be it. We'll have Dash go back and say, "Oh, I got my courage back."
That's the worst.
back.
That's the worst one so far. I could
Yeah,
say like I called the police or something, and that they can go back home, and I can just wait for the police to show up.
I also I'm gonna throw this out there. Rich people don't tend to fight off armed robbers.
Yeah.
So maybe you can, not as an armed robber, but as you can be the police, and you say that you have to question them about what
That's
happened.
good.
Okay, you want me to be the watch? I can do that. I've done that before.
Yeah, be the watch.
You know that, Ella.
Yeah, I know.
That should work.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, feels like a plan.
So Ash, what are you bringing to this party, huh?
An excited attitude.
We're gonna need more than that, my guy.
I don't know. I've never broken in anything before.
Well, today's a day for you to do that.
It's a really good sentence there.
Wait,
Today's a day.
we're doing it today?
Yeah. No time like the
I
present.
think so, right?
I mean, the guy said we had like 2 days. We could like case the
Well, I
place
mean-
or whatever.
I got nothing else going on.
No, my parents have a fancy dinner party tonight, so that should work out well if there's nobody else home.
Are they invited? You could insist that those people are invited. And that would get them out of the house.
No, because I don't really want them. Well,
Your parents are going to a dinner party,
Yeah.
not hosting a dinner party,
yeah,
right?
they're going to one. I
Oh.
don't think we can just really invite more people. Like, they're going to a dinner party. I think
Why don't we find out if they're going to be invited? If they're more rich and powerful than your parents, why wouldn't they be invited?
Well, I guess
Maybe
that's-
they're too good for this party.
Yeah.
Here, okay, if we get there and then there's no one there, we don't even have to do the distraction part.
That's true. Yeah.
We'll just go right in.
It's a good strategy.
Okay, so it's in a safe behind a bookshelf. What room was the bookshelf in?
The
Bookshelves
study.
in the study on the second floor.
So we can go in. You live in a rich, hoity-toity house. Where should we enter?
Probably like the servants' quarters. Most people don't pay enough attention to their workers to really monitor that area of the house.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Pretty rough to say it out loud, but it's true.
How do you feel to be complicit in this?
I'm fine.
Good.
Let's go break into someone's house.
No, I meant about the mistreatment of workers.
Oh, wow. That changes everything. I mean, I haven't really paid too much attention to it. I feel like our workers are
Yeah, you wouldn't, huh?
treated. Listen, I'm like, this isn't my issue. I have bigger issues right now.
It's not your issue.
I'm not employing them. I have like I'm currently dealing with a demon trying to break into someone's house to get a teleportation crystal or something. I don't know. Like,
yeah, I can't resonate with that at all. I don't know anything about how that feels.
we all have our fair shares of issues. Can we just? I'm not the ones employing and mistreating workers. Like, there's
Have you
not
ever
much I
like
can really do about it.
been sitting on your couch like just playing rock ball all day, and you leave a big mess, and then you just leave it there, and you're like, oh, whatever, our workers will take care of it.
Not
Probably,
really.
right?
No, I mean you were there
Yeah,
when
whatever.
you were there when the vase broke. I was trying to clean it up and put it all back together. It's not like I'm just gonna mess everything up in the house and
All right,
not.
whatever. Let's get this bread.
Your witness.
Okay, I think if we can get up there, we can. You guys will probably have to move the bookcase because it's big. The thing with these safes is you can't really just break into them. You've got to have the combination, and breaking into it without the combination is really, really hard.
I thought you said you did that 100 times though.
Yeah, I told him that so that he would feel confident.
So we have zero plan of getting into the safe.
We need to find the combination.
I mean, I don't even know
Where would your dad keep a combination to his safe?
Honestly, my dad probably just leaves his safe unlocked. So I don't even know if he ever knew the combination to start with. He's pretty. Keep in mind, to punish me for breaking his ultra powerful demon vase, he took away some like marbles or something. Like,
Okay, well if he
Well, then that means that this person must just keep it unlocked. We can just bank on that.
no, we probably shouldn't just bank on that.
If he does have a combination, where do you think he would keep it?
I want to say it would be around some of those like. It would probably be close to some of the things he's told me never to touch. Like it might be like near his expensive stuff in the living room, because like you wouldn't want to hide it somewhere near the safe if you were guarding it from that safe, because if you put it like on a sticky note above the safe on the wall, then it's pretty bad hiding spot. So I'd say probably like in the living room area.
How about this? Once we get in and the parents are gone, Ash and I will go upstairs so he can move the bookcase and I can get working on the other stuff, and you make it your job to find the combination.
I can do that with my +0 to insight and investigation.
And if we can't find it, then I guess we'll just try and break in.
All right.
Ash,
Yeah?
what do you think?
Well, right now, I'm pretty sure Dash has left messes around for just servants to
No.
clean up.
Thank you.
No,
I know that me and him have definitely done that.
okay, so you're a part of the crime too. I don't just leave them around. I try to clean them up, and then you start throwing more rocks. It's not like I don't
Well, thank
try
you,
to.
Ash, for showing remorse and being honest. But about this plan, do you have any thoughts on the plan?
No.
Great.
Glad to see you've been thinking about the right things.
You just stay with me and help me move the heavy things in the way, and keep your eye open for any combinations or clues or any keys or anything like that.
Question. What's
Answer.
a combination?
It's a code that you have to put into a safe so that it opens.
What will it look like?
A series of letters or numbers or something.
Also, it won't be the 4 numbers on the front of the house. Just gonna let you know that one right now.
I mean,
okay.
it could be.
It could be. It would be really bad. You can try that, I guess.
Like, you guys are gonna head there now. You're gonna wait outside the door and then see if they leave for the party. That's the plan, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, and then if they don't, we'll enact the deception.
So you guys head over to the Holfo's house. You wait out there a couple hours. You get. What time do you guys want to get there? Like, are you going there right now, or are you guys gonna wait until like 4 o'clock and like a normal time they might leave for something?
I think Dash would know like the party's at like 5:30 or something, because like his parents are going to it, so I think they would know what time to look and see if they would leave. Like get there like 4:30 ish and see if they left around then or something.
Okay, so yeah, you guys head over then, and you see that the Holfos have actually left their house for the for a dinner party. You can't be certain it's the same one your parents are going to.
Let's go. I don't have to awkwardly act.
There are a lot of them this time of year. So you see the house is mostly empty. There are some servants puttering around. The inside just cleaning up. It's not quite time for them to knock off yet. But you guys, how are you planning on entering the house? As best you know, only the parents have left too. You don't see. They do have a kid, which I guess Dash you would know that his name is Hildo.
Hildo?
Yep.
All right. Guess I'll add him to my acquaintances list.
So you know his name would be Hildo, but yeah.
Hildo
So you don't know if Hildo Hofo is in the house anymore.
Hildo Holfo.
That's really good.
It's a family name, actually. He's actually Hildo Holfo the Fourth, if we're being particular. So yeah, you don't know if he's in the house or not, but you know the parents are gone at least.
I mean, we could try ding-dong ditching him and seeing if he'll open the door. Because if he doesn't, then
That's
he might not be
dumb.
home.
That'll just arouse their suspicions.
Yeah, well, I
And
mean,
a servant will answer the door. It won't be the kid.
true. Oh, I forgot about the servants already.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Okay, listen here.
Sounds about right.
When do they... You said before they, like, knock... When do they, like, turn it in for the night? Do we had any way of knowing that, or...
When do they turn
Well,
in
what
for the
time do
night?
your servants go to bed?
I mean, just... I guess
Yeah.
whenever everything's done.
I mean, yeah, it's gonna be around. It's probably gonna be just like a couple hours until they're like quote unquote done for the night. But like they live, a lot of them live in that house, so they're not like
Yeah,
leaving.
true. Yeah.
And we also don't know how long they're going to be gone.
Yeah, that's true.
We just need to go for it.
Yep.
Servants'
Yeah.
quarters.
Let's do it.
And hey, if the kid finds us, well, actually, I don't think Ella knows there's a kid at this point.
Hey, they have a kid also. I don't know if he would have gone with them or not, but he might be in the house. Just a fair warning. All right, Ella knows there's a kid now.
Wow, that was convenient for you to remember that right now.
Yeah, thanks. Some really good memory.
Okay, well, if he shows up, you should talk to him.
What do I say? Like, hey, sorry I found my way into the upstairs of your house. Like,
Yeah, figure it out.
I got lost.
Say you're playing a game with him. It's called sneak into your friend's house and see if he can find you.
That's called
Works for me. Let's go.
That's called breaking and entering.
Not if you're friends.
I'll figure something out.
You guys are the slowest decision makers I've ever met in my life.
I know.
Well, it's because people can see us. So
I'm offended by that. That's just not nice.
you probably should be. Anyway, let's go.
So you guys head around back to the servants' quarters. How like sneaky are you trying to be? Are you trying to like avoid detection or act like you belong there?
I'd say avoid detection probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there wouldn't be like kid servants, right? And they would know like who the people are.
Yeah, they
and
wouldn't.
say like this doesn't.
Yeah, I mean,
Who knows? The state of servants in this area is just it's terrible.
You could, in theory, try to pass yourselves off as like the kids of one of the other servants, like a new servant, like try to pretend like there's a new person here, I guess. But
Yeah, I would assume they would all know
They
each
would,
other. And
yeah, I
everything.
feel like they would see right through that.
but I think that's a fair, it's fair reason to play it safe. Perfect. I need everyone to roll a snickety sneak. That is the question. I guess you're sneaking, so it'd be a check of some
Yeah.
kind, right?
Yeah, stealth check.
Stealth
14.
check. Thank you.
I got a 12 altogether.
19.
14.
How are you so good at sneaking?
Yeah.
So,
I have a +4 stealth.
What?
Ella, what's yours?
5.
Okay.
I just
Dang,
have a
you did
plus
not
zero.
roll well.
I just rolled
No, I
well, I
didn't.
guess.
Okay. So you guys, you make it through the washroom, which leads into the kitchen. You guys make it through the kitchen as well, and poke your head out into the dining room. You've passed about 2 people at this point that were busy just preparing for tomorrow, getting bread ready, things of that nature. And as you look into the dining room, you see two maids sitting at the dining room table just polishing silver. They're not really paying attention. I mean, they're just talking to each other. They're just gossiping. Do you guys... how quickly... There is a door that you have to go through. So how quickly do you guys push through that door? Or like how... Who goes through first, I guess? Let's say that.
I imagine since Ella's done this before, she takes lead.
She's leading the way? Yeah, okay. So the door gently swings open a little bit. Ella, you step through it and are trying your best to conceal yourself. But unfortunately, the servants did see the door open and stand up to kind of see what's happening over here and see you, a little gnome girl, stepping through it. And the maid sort of looks at you and says, who are you?
She starts crying.
Oh, man.
Jeez.
Wow.
Was it ready for it?
I don't know where I am. I'm so sorry. I got separated and I came here because it was a big house and I thought I would be okay here.
The servant, like, she goes from very, like, curious and a little defensive to, like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, sweetie. And comes next to you and then, like, ushers you towards the table and says, well, have a seat. Have you eaten yet? Do you need any food?
I haven't eaten in so long. I don't know how long it's been.
What are Ash and Dash doing? Copchris is standing behind you guys. I mean, like, he can't be seen by anybody, so he's just standing behind you guys. And he's like, damn, that was good.
Yeah, she keeps trying to sneak glances with them and tell them, like, to go.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if the servants are pretty distracted with, like, trying to get her food and stuff, I feel like Dash would just kind of run through to the next area.
Perfect. So you guys, you guys make it through to the living room, which is just off of the main foyer.
Depends on how fancy you are.
I don't care.
Depends on how rich you are.
Well, these people are very
This
rich.
is definitely a foyer.
Then it's a foyer. It's a foyer then.
Which is just off the foyer, which is where the main staircase would be, similar to your house, Dash. As you guys enter the living room, presumably you're pressed up against some kind of wall behind furniture or something to conceal yourself. And in the foyer, you see a doorman and a coach operator, driver, if you will, just sort of leaning up against the wall and just chatting with each other, just very rudimentary stuff. They're keeping up on, like, what gossip they've heard recently and things like that. They do not notice you in the living room, but if you want to make a move to try and get to the stairs without being noticed, we're going to have to do another roll.
Do we have to go through the foyer to get to the stairs?
You do. The main staircase is basically in the foyer. Like, it's not. It's technically its own little. Like, you technically go into the main house from the foyer to get to the stairs, but, like, it's close enough that you're not. No.
Hey, Capgris.
What's up, dog?
Are you able to, like, I'm sorry if I offend you or something. Are you able to, like, knock over, like, interact with, like, physical objects?
He just shakes his head and he's like, man, first the trolls, now demons.
I'm sorry, I'm not educated very well.
You think you know a guy.
I'm just trying to figure out all of our options.
He's like, all right, fine. You want me to cause a distraction over there in that other room? Is that the plan here?
I mean,
is that
like,
all I'm good for?
For the other living room. Well, listen. We're all bringing something to the table. You got to do something.
No, it's fine. Whatever. And he walks he walks over to the living room, the other living room on the opposite side, and looks around. He sees a few pieces and, like, he picks one up and he's like, nah, not this one. This isn't the right piece for me. And eventually lands on it's an ornate piece of pottery. Dash, you actually probably recognize this a little bit. It's something that your mom actually would have really enjoyed. Just right up her alley. It's sort of it's not in that same military fashion. Like this was a pure like art piece. It was just a beautiful piece in general. And Capgris picks it up and kind of like just holds it out, makes eye contact with Dashner, and then drops it. And
Great.
the two guys hear the thing clatter to the ground, shattering, and rush over to it to try to figure out what happened. Capgris walks and like basically just sidesteps him and walks back towards the foyer, and a maidservant comes around from the ballroom side, which is like you guys are on the right side of the house. The ballroom is on the left side of the house. Comes around from the ballroom side in order to clean up, or to see what happened, and then ultimately clean up. Do you guys make your move for the stairs?
Yeah.
Perfect. You guys make it to the stairs. You start moving up the stairs, and right at the top of the stairs, right as you guys turn to the right, the stairs basically open up into the middle of a hallway of sorts, and so you can go left or right. The study is on the exact opposite wall that you guys are at, so it doesn't matter which way you go, left or right. So I'm just gonna say you guys go right.
Shoot, can I do like a perception check or something to see if there's anyone else like upstairs that might be in our way of trying to get there?
I mean, yeah, go for it. Go for a perception
Okay.
check.
Do I add anything to perception, or is it? I got an 8.
Yeah, but you don't notice anybody. From the bottom of the stairs, you hear a voice call up that says, "Hildo, is that you?"
Yikes. Would it be safe to assume that Hildo's room would be like where Dash's room is in that house layout?
Yeah, probably similar.
I'm gonna recommend that we go the direction that Hilda would not be coming from then.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So, so your room would be on the left side of the, like, if you're coming up the stairs, it'd be to the left. This whole area is basically open air, though. There's a banister that has like slots in it because to fill it up would be crazy. So it has slots in it, so you can see like down to the main level if you really wanted to, and you're just walking along the edges. There's rooms all along the way, and there's a big window right up above the stairs. On the opposite side of where the stairs come up is where the study is, and Hildo's room, or Dashner's room, you're presuming Hildo's room, would be to the, if you were to go left, just in the middle of on that side of the hallway.
So we can get to the study either direction.
Right, either way. It's basically a big like square round. So, but it also means that if someone were to come out of any of the rooms there, you are not going to see there. You're not going to really be able to hide without ducking into a room yourself.
Yeah. I'm gonna say we go to the right. Honestly, that's where I'm thinking right now.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. All right. Are either of you guys going to react to the man yelling "Hildo's" at you?
I might just walk a little
Nope.
quicker.
Okay.
Just be quiet and move.
Perfect. You guys are quiet. You move. You don't hear anyone following you up the stairs, so presumably this worked. We're gonna cut back to Ella, who is distracting the maidservants. Apparently, how's that going, Ella?
I don't know. I think she's gonna grow like kind of anxious after doing this for too long. Of like, okay, I need to actually help out.
Well, okay. So the maidservants are asking you questions. Where did you come from, dear? Do you have any parents?
Well, I was separated from them in the market, and I couldn't find them, and I started wandering.
You wandered all the way over here.
I don't know how long I've been walking. I got very lost.
Oh, well, is there anyone? Do you know where your house is, or?
Well, not from here. It's so far away.
Oh, okay. Do you know what district you live in?
In the Troll District.
The lady kind of like, oh, okay. Well, we could send, and she sort of like looks around trying to find someone, and she's like, well, I could walk with you back to the troll district, and maybe we can find where you live there.
Okay. Do you have a bathroom?
Yeah, it's up the stairs. And she kind of stands up and she like walks you to the staircase, and she's like, it's up the stairs to the left. You can't miss it.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay.
And she goes up the stairs.
Yeah, so you go up the stairs. Perfect. I'd say this is like you guys. If we're cutting back to Dash and Asher, you guys have made it basically all the way around the hallways to get to the door of the study when you hear steps coming up, or like someone coming up the stairs very quietly. I might add. And right as you guys are about to duck into the study room, or try to open the door at least, you see Ella pop up.
Did you find the room?
I mean, this is the study right here. Yeah, we're about to go in.
Okay. Hey, Capris, in about like 4 minutes, can you flush that toilet?
Capris,
Don't ask.
Capris is he side eyes you and he's like, you guys really don't know how to use my skill set, do you? and then he walks over to the bathroom and shuts the door and waits. So you guys go to open the door to the study and find that the door is in fact locked. There is a single doorknob with a lock underneath it.
Hey, Ella, are you good at like picking locks or anything by any chance?
I can do it. Do you see a key somewhere around though? Because obviously that would work better.
Yeah, I mean, I would not have asked if I could see the key.
I'm just saying.
I can pick the
you've
lock
got a
if you give me the
100% chance.
keys.
I'm aware of how keys work. I'm stupid. I'm not that dumb though.
Okay, Ella, can I do a perception check or an investigation check? Probably.
Yeah,
I want to see if there's a key in somewhere near.
Yeah, you can do an investigation check.
Yikes! That's a 2 + 3.
Okay, you do not find the key to the study lying in the hallway.
Dashner's gonna check like the top of the door frame because that's where people put keys to rooms sometimes. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. There is also not a key just lying in the hallway to this room.
Okay, well.
Okay.
All right.
It's fine. I'll get the door.
Okay.
She's gonna do a lock picking thing. Mm-hmm. I forget how you do this.
You should have. It's a sleight of hand roll, isn't it, Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah, sleight of hand roll.
All right. Gosh dang it.
Oh, come on.
A 5 + 5.
Okay. That is enough to get you into the door, actually.
Oh.
It's not a very hard lock, I'll be honest. Pretty easy. So you guys manage to slip it open. You open up the door and enter the office of Lord Holful.
Quick question.
Yep.
Would the parents' bedroom be upstairs also?
Yeah, it would be. It'd be so it would be if you guys are looking at the door to the study, the parents' bedroom is going to be to the left of you, basically right on that corner.
Might be a good spot to look for the combination. Listen, you guys, we're going to go back to the original plan. You guys work on getting the bookshelf and everything and start taking care of things. I'm going to try to find the password or the combination, whatever it's called.
Take Capris with you.
I thought he was flushing the toilet.
Yeah, I got to flush the toilet. Remember when I had to flush the toilet?
That can wait. It's not that important.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay, that sounds good, I guess.
We just have to flush it eventually.
Very panicked about flushing the toilet. All right. Yeah, Dash is gonna go towards the parents' bedroom, I guess.
Perfect. So you are going to go into the master bedroom. Totally fine. We will first look at Ella and Asher entering into the office. You guys enter into the office. To the left is a desk. Directly in front of you is a fairly large window that looks outside. To the right is the bookcase in that we would be talking about, where behind it is the safe. Also to your right in that corner, there is a drink cart. In the middle of the room, there are two chairs, a sofa, and a table. Like
What's on the drink cart?
just typical alcohol, mead. There's some liquor, whiskey, troll whiskey, real good troll whiskey. Trolls
I
are
take something-
apparently the only thing I can think of today, so I'm sorry.
I take something that looks expensive and put it in my bag.
I see you're getting into the spirit.
Well, I don't know exactly if this is kind of allowed, taking other things when you're here for something specific, but
Oh, it's allowed.
okay.
Ella runs in and draws the blinds so that no one can see in through the window.
Okay.
And she's like, "All right, there's the bookcase. Can you move it?"
Yep, and I try to move the bookcase.
Roll a strength check. It's a check.
10.
That's not strong. It doesn't move.
You can't move it?
No, what move?
Okay, let me help. And she gets next to him and pushes with him.
Yeah, you guys can't move it.
Oh, okay. I rolled a 2, so probably didn't help much. What do you mean it won't move?
Well, you tried to. It won't move.
Okay, this complicates things. She opens the bookshelf.
Sorry, what?
I assume there's like a cabinet on it.
Oh, I got you.
Nothing
I was
about
like,
it. It could just be
we
shelves.
just tried that, Alex. I know.
Yeah. It's like you can't just.
Well, we failed, but I do it
That's
anyway.
not how the
I
game
looked.
works.
I looked over to my bookshelf in my room. I'm like, how do you open that?
Yeah. No. It's just.
I
it's
assumed
like an
there was like
open-
a cabinet,
No,
but
it's not a cabinet. It's an open
Okay.
bookshelf. There are a bunch of books on it. There are some like a couple of ornate boxes that. I mean, you don't know what they contain. One of them's open and is actually a music box, and then just a bunch of old books and files, things like that.
Is this one of those puzzles where you like pull a book and the thing moves?
I don't know. Maybe let's try it. And I just start pulling books.
We're gonna cut over to Dasher and Copcris now. Let's see if what they're doing is more interesting than pulling books off a shelf. So Dasher, you enter into the master bedroom. The bedroom is so the door to the bedroom is not quite in the center of the room. It's definitely shifted off to the left side. In the center of the far wall, the opposite wall for you is the bed. To the right, you see a fairly large closet. To the left, you see a door that presumably leads to an ensuite, and there's a dresser, like a big wardrobe sitting on the wall directly to your right. Like not on the right wall, but it's on the wall that the door is on. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and there are bedside tables, obviously, with candles on them.
Hey, Copcris, I'm gonna check the bedside table to the right. You check the one to the left, and let me know if you find anything.
Okay. Roll. You're looking for what now again?
Just basically the code to the safe.
Code to the safe. Perfect. Can you roll an investigation check for me? Well, no. Yeah.
Nope.
No.
fell.
Roll it for me.
Okay, it fell off the table, so. That's a 9.
Okay. Yeah. You don't find anything in the bedside tables. There really isn't a whole lot there. There are a couple books, and you flip through them. There's something in there. You open the drawer, and there's like a cucumber shaped object, but like there's nothing else in there.
Um. I guess I'll check out the wardrobe next.
Yeah. Roll. Tell me what. Tell you what. Roll an investigation check, and we'll just kind of count it for the whole room, and I'll tell you if you find anything. How about that?
That sounds good. All right, I need to roll well here this time. That's a 17.
Okay. In the wardrobe, you find you find it's like a hidden filing cabinet, basically. There's a drawer that you pull it out, and there are some folders just hanging in it. In the folders are various things, account numbers, stuff like that. And one of them actually is it just says safe on the file. So if you look inside that file, you will find the receipt to a company that is called the Magic Safe Company.
Good.
Adam thinks far ahead, and he's not good on his feet all the time. So you see a receipt for the Magic Safe Company, and on it is just one item, and it simply says "Talking Safe."
I think I take the paper and like hurriedly walk back to the other two, to Ash and Ella.
Okay. Perfect.
And I take Copchris. Copchris.
Yeah. He'll come with you.
I'm just gonna leave him.
So Copchris follows you back into the study where you find Ella and Asher. Are you guys pulling books off the shelf, or are you just like pulling them, trying to see if they activate anything?
Just pulling to see if they activate.
Okay. Eventually, you guys do this for a minute while Dashner is searching for things, and eventually you find a book that actually does cause the book case to move. It slides very slowly to the left, and behind it is a safe that has some words inscribed on it and a face on it, which suddenly the face, the eyes on the face open, and it says, "Hello, how are you today?"
Shh. I hate this.
I'm doing good. How are you? Don't pull it. Keep it down.
Very well. Would you like to open me?
Oh my God! Yes, please
Yes,
open up, please.
All right. And he
Can you do it a lot more quietly, though?
he says, you hear him sort of come down a little bit, I guess. He says, "Well, to enter this door, you must play the game. Here are the rules. Just say my name. Many hints to solve. On the wall, you may find many hints to solving in record time. Any more time is wasted here, so please be a dear. Answer my riddle or disappear." Which is actually the exact words that are inscribed on the side of it there. Yeah, we'll save that. I will grab a shareable link for you guys so I can. Here we go.
Gotcha.
Yep,
Dash, are Dash and Copchris in the room yet?
Yeah. You guys are in the room.
Okay.
You're there right as the door opens. Copchris is standing there and like hears all this and is like, "This is real fucking stupid."
Here. She walks over to the bar cart and takes a swig of the troll whiskey and says, "All right, let's do this."
Copchris just kind of stands there. He's like, "What kind of whiskey is that?"
It's troll whiskey. She hands it to him.
He like grabs it and he like smells it and then he hands it back to her and he's like, "I'm not allowed."
You're not allowed? What?
You're not allowed?
Yeah, I got in some trouble with troll whiskey a while back.
You're... All right.
Great. Okay. It's not very good anyway.
I'm looking on the walls for any kind of hints.
I'm looking in the desk.
Yeah, so I mean, on the walls, there's like pictures, like paintings of his family and things like that. But there's nothing on there that you're like immediately that is the answer to the riddle.
Wait, it says on the wall you
Many
may find.
hints
Wow,
to
I'm
solving
an
in
idiot.
record time.
Dashner,
on the wall, you may find many
Dashner
hints to
realizes he's
solving.
an idiot for looking in the desk when it literally says to look on the wall. So I stop looking in the desk.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but
I just reread it and I'm like, it says on the wall. All right.
Is it Rumpelstiltskin?
The door. The door. Absolutely not.
I heard a story one time about a guy who couldn't. You had to find his name, and it was Rumpelstiltskin. So I figured I'd try it.
Is it
Well, that's not
Duplass?
the answer to this riddle.
Is it Duplass?
No.
Good Paper Mario reference. Can you just open up, please? This is really. We don't have a whole lot of time.
To enter this door, you must play the game. Here are the rules. Just say
Please
my
don't.
name.
No,
On
no,
the wall, you may
Hold
find
up.
many hints to solving in record time. Any more time is wasted here. So please be a dear, answer my riddle or disappear.
Hey, what do you mean?
That last part's pretty
Yeah, what do
ominous.
you mean by disappear?
Is it
Leave,
Holdo?
just leave. I needed a rhyme with deer.
Okay, good.
All right. Are there like any? I guess Dashner's gonna like. This sounds weird. Like feel around on the wall. Are there like any sort of like hidden little? I don't know, like any engravings or anything or something off in any way?
No, there's no like ridges or anything. Like there's nothing hidden on the wall that you're not abundantly clear of. Like everything that is on the wall that could be referred to as a hint here is seeable.
Okay. Dashner takes the paintings
there-
off the wall.
Are the paintings signed by like whoever made them?
No, yes, they're signed.
Are they all the same name?
There's a few different names that are being used. There's man, I gotta get out of that one. There's a dead Jerry, a Javalt.
Are they all different? Like, are there any duplicates?
Javalt is actually
He
a
just
fairly
made up
popular
these
one.
names, so
he has a few paintings from Javalt.
Okay, I go to the safe. Javalt.
The safe looks at you and says, "That's not my name either."
Dang it.
but it has vault in it.
Devault.
You're right.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
It
vault.
would have been a very good name for a vault, wouldn't it? If only my creator had been so clever.
Who is your creator?
Dashner looks at the
The
receipt
Magic
again.
Safe Company.
Never mind. I take the paintings off the wall.
Okay. There's something there. There's just like nails where the paintings are being hung on.
Well, suck.
Is the whole riddle on the safe or just
The whole riddle, exactly as you see it in that file, is written on
Yeah.
the safe, which is on the wall.
okay? Is your name Thomasa?
That's a bad way to pronounce it.
Thomas A.
As soon as you say that, as soon as you say that, where the safe is.
Notice that at all.
The whole wall behind the bookshelf presses like inward, like backwards, and then slides open, revealing an entire room instead of just opening up the safe.
Oh,
Oh, jeez. Thomas.
thanks, Thomasa.
You guys step into this room. It's not lit at all because like no one's in here. So what's the point in keeping a candle lit? And just from the light that's escaping into the room from the study, you see several cases, like closed glass cases that are displaying things. You can't really see them. There's a lot of glitteriness happening. And there's also a table in the middle of the room with several scrolls. And we will get back to what those scrolls are next time on Dungeon Arcade Kids. My name is Adam.
Oh yeah.
I am your dungeon master. To my right, we have Nate. Give us your sign off.
I am Nate. I'm apparently mistreating servants.
I'm Alex, and I am the crying one.
I'm Michael, and I'm stoked to steal some alcohol.
All right, perfect. We will see you next time on Dungeon Arcade. Until then, continue to roll real good.
Man, we need to come up
Yeah.
with a
I
better
don't. I
This-
like it.
Pretty rough.